In today's video, we'll be going over the news of the PlayStation 4 reaching another major sales milestone. It has outpaced the sales of a very popular console from yesteryear, and the PlayStation 4 continues to sell very, very well, so we'll look at that. Also, we've got some details on Street Fighter V's free trial on the PlayStation 4. Remember, that is kicking off tomorrow. It'll be absolutely free from December 11th to the 19th, so you can check out the game and see what Street Fighter V is all about during the Capcom Cup. Also, we knew that Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom, one of the best JRPGs of 2018, would be getting some DLC, and now we have the release date for a major piece of DLC. It'll be coming this week. Also, I want to give a shout out to Vane. We got the release date for that game. That game is shaping up very well, and a game that not a lot of people are talking about. It'll be releasing next month, so anticipation should be ramping up for that title. And we are getting remakes of some awesome games in Panzer Dragoon and Panzer Dragoon 2. Those games were terrific on the Sega Saturn, and now they'll be coming back in 2019. More on that at the end of this video. First, let's take a look at the PlayStation 4 reaching a major sales milestone. The PlayStation 4, as reported by VG Charts, sold just about 534,000 units for the week ending on November 17th, bringing its lifetime sales totals to 86.15 million. Why is that so important? Well, the Xbox 360's lifetime sales is actually 85.8 million, and that puts the PS4 ahead of the 360. And why that's so incredible is that the PlayStation 4 has only been out for 5 years. The Xbox 360 has been available since 2005 and really only tapered off in 2013 when the Xbox One was released, so it had a solid 8-year window. The PS4, you're only looking at a 5-year window, so that is incredible. Need I remind you that before this generation got started, there were so many pundits, so many people saying, oh, this is the last generation of consoles. I don't even think the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are gonna sell well. That was a recurring narrative heading into this generation, and I think that's been completely dispelled. The PlayStation 4 has done incredibly well, and while I don't foresee it reaching the astronomical heights of the PlayStation 2, that console was just in another stratosphere, I do foresee it surpassing 100 million units sold, which is a huge milestone, and any console manufacturer would be proud of that. Remember that week reported ending on November 17th, that doesn't even take into fact that the console probably sold incredibly well over Black Friday. That Spider-Man bundle was absolutely huge, and the majority of retailers were selling out of that very fast, so that number is going to continue to skyrocket, and 2019 looks to be a big year for the PS4 as well. After another price drop, that 100 million mark is going to be easy for the PS4 to reach. But a very interesting note to see it surpass the Xbox 360 in lifetime sales. The thing with the 360 is it was a huge success domestically. In Europe, it did okay, but in Japan, it was absolutely dead, so the PlayStation 4 does have the advantage of being a global console. That's why after everything is said and done, usually PlayStation consoles are just going to naturally outsell the Microsoft consoles, just on the basis that PlayStation is much more accepted over in Japan. But moving on from that, starting tomorrow, not only will you be able to play Monster Hunter World for free, but you will also be able to play Street Fighter V for free as a part of the Arcade Edition, getting a free PS4 trial. That'll be available from December 11th to the 18th as a part of the Capcom Cup, and 16 fighters will be available, and you can also try out a couple of other iconic fighters for free that were DLC. And again, this is taking place during the Capcom Cup 2018, where 32 of the best players in the world will fight it out in the esports arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, where one will become the next champion and take home over 250 grand. That'll kick off on December 14th with the last chance qualifiers, where a group of hopefuls will try to get the final slot in the top 32. Then the top 32 will be whittled down to the top 8, and on Sunday, the champion will be crowned. You can catch all of the action as a part of that tournament on twitch.tv/Capcom Fighters, and then Street Fighter V Arcade Edition is going to be available free for everyone during the period of December 11th to December 19th. Moving on from that, I've said that Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom was one of the best JRPGs of 2018. You can make an argument that it is the best. I would put Dragon Quest XI a little bit higher, but Ni no Kuni 2 was fantastic in its own right, and we're getting some more content for the game with the downloadable content in the Lair of the Lost Lord. Bandai Namco put out an official post going over everything to feature in the new update, saying players will be able to dive into the mysterious labyrinth to face new terrifying enemies, including the Prince of Wraiths, as our heroes seek to avoid the destruction of the Evermore Kingdom. New features include the Labyrinth, a brand new zone containing a number of new enemies and challenges, the Martial Method, the latest addition to the battle system. Players will get access to 2 martial methods, Gizmo Supremo, which provides access to high-tech gadgets to turn the tide of battle, and Ding Dong Discipline, a combat method inherited by the kingdom's finest warriors. The martial methods can be changed and improved improved in the kingdom. Quests unveiling the past of some of the main characters and new pieces of equipment to collect. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom is available now for the PlayStation 4. Usually you'll find it on sale for around $20, maybe even a little bit less than that. And if you're into JRPGs or you're even looking to get into the genre, I've always said that Ni no Kuni 2 is a great starting point. It's hard not to be enamored by the great art style, the great story. There's a lot to like, and the battle system has quite a bit of depth to it. So check out Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom and check out the DLC, The Lair of the Lost Lord, that'll be dropping on December 13th. Also, we got the release date for Vane, a game that I've been touting for quite a while, but it'll finally be dropping on January 15th. We've been waiting for this one to be released for quite a while, and the game will be priced at $24.99. If you pre-order right now, you'll get a PlayStation 4 dynamic theme, which is awesome because I could see a Vane dynamic theme being great. And here's the overview of the title from the PlayStation Store. Quote, in a ruined desert, a strange golden dust transforms a free-spirited bird into a determined young child, setting off a chain of events that will reshape the world itself. Set out on an exploratory quest transforming between bird and child, using both perspectives to unravel the land's mysteries and create a path forward through the barren landscape. As you do so, the world reacts to your passage, evolving and building into something altogether different. From the team at Friend and Foe Games, Vane is a stunning, emotional, and unnerving experience, developed with the conviction that players should find their own path through the world. The result is a minimalistic, stark environment that encourages exploration just to the edge of getting lost, set to an all-original, brooding synth soundtrack. Presentation-wise, Vane looks to be one of the top titles of early 2019, and given that it is being released at a budget price point of $24.99, I think this could turn out to be one of the most surprisingly great games of 2019. We'll find out as it drops on January 15th. And lastly, I've got some absolutely exciting news for those of you that are retro gamers. Those of you that dug the Sega Saturn probably know what Panzer Dragoon is, and both Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2 will be seeing remakes. Forever Entertainment has announced in a partnership with Sega, and they are co-creating the titles, and here's an overview of the remakes by Forever. Panzer Dragoon Remake is a refreshed version of Panzer Dragoon. The original version of the game had its premiere on the Sega Saturn console in 1995 and was well received by both players and critics. The entire Panzer Dragoon series has been repeatedly remade and released on many platforms. The last relaunch took place in April 2018 on Xbox One, where players can play Panzer Dragoon Orta with backwards compatibility. The new version of the game will be characterized by completely new graphics compatible with today's standards and several modifications of the game, making it more attractive to modern players, while remaining faithful to the original in terms of story. The first materials from the game will be presented in the upcoming months. Panzer Dragoon is widely received as one of the best old school titles. To get the original games on Sega Saturn actually are very, very expensive, and while they have been ported to other platforms, visually speaking, they haven't been uplifted to a great technical sense, but it does look Forever and Sega are bringing these remakes with today's standards in mind, and they should be upgraded heavily from a visual standpoint, and that is great. Again, the first remake is due out by the end of 2019. We don't have an idea when the second remake will come, but at the very least, we should see the first one in 2019, barring any delays. We'll keep you guys posted on the progress of that. And that's gonna conclude this video. Again, the PlayStation 4 has hit a major milestone. Now it has officially outsold the Xbox 360 in lifetime sales, and it's continuing to sell very, very well. Do remember that tomorrow you'll be able to check out Street Fighter V Arcade Edition absolutely free, and the Capcom Cup will be starting off on December 14th. Do check that out at twitch.tv/CapcomFighters. Ni no Kuni 2 Revenant Kingdom is getting some major DLC on December 13th with the Lair of the Lost Lord. Vane is launching on January 15th. That's a game to keep your eyes on. And both Panzer Dragoon 1 and 2 are getting remade thanks to Forever Entertainment. The first one should be out by the end of 2019. That's gonna conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.